Good morning, Saberland. Well, it's not really morning. It's almost 11 o'clock at night where we are. Um, we got some cool stuff coming at you today. We're going to be throwing some new stuff at you. I'm going to take these off because you guys can't see my beautiful eyes with my glasses on. I know it's late. I know you guys are probably all like, oh my God, Jim, what the heck are you doing up this late? Don't you have work in the morning? Short answer, yes. We got Mike White on the stream. Hi, Mike. How you doing? So the short answer for that is yes. I do have work in the morning. I have to be there at 8 o'clock. Got plenty of time. It is only almost 11, so we got plenty of time to do this, and for me to get like a solid 4 hours of sleep before I actually go to work, which is enough. I mean, 4 hours is enough for any Saber guy. So yeah, 4 hours is enough. So, first things first, we're going to do some cool stuff, talk about some new stuff coming into the shop. Um, we've got a couple of things to go over first and a couple of items and just cool stuff here. So, we're going to talk about the guessing contest. So, a lot of you guys were kind of like, okay, we really don't know what the heck the new Saber's name is. We've never seen it. We don't know. So I'm going to show you guys the Saber before it first. And we're going to go a little bit over the name of the Saber before it, because the Saber before it, bada boom, right here, this is called the Raviel. Now, anyone who knows me, anyone from the past, anyone who I used to hang out with in school, knows where this name came from. This name was something really kind of interesting, really kind of cool. Raviel, if you know me and you know my hobbies and where I spent most of my high school career, which was in here playing old school PS2 games. Got to give a shout out to the guys who remember the PS2. Definitely something you want to talk about. Raviel was the name of the protagonist, at least one of them, in the Legacy of Kain series. Raviel being the Soul Reaver games. So the first Saber that we introduced last week was named Raviel. Now, this was a kind of a test to see how many of y'all were paying attention to the names. The next Saber, which I'm going to show you right now. Now, Raviel was dark and all this stuff. The next Saber, it's red. It's got a very blood-looking theme. The next Saber is called, anyone want to take a wild guess? Because it's very much on the same par as Raviel. The next Saber is known as Kain. So we have Raviel, we have Kain. That was the name for the Saber for the guessing. Yeah, Mike, you and I both. So that was the name of the Saber for your guessing. If any one of you guys had guessed Kain, you'd have got a 10% off coupon that was good permanently. Permanently for the rest of your life, for the rest of your Saber careers. That was the correct guess for that one. We've got more coming. I think there's probably like another 5 or 6 up there. So we've got more opportunities coming. But remember, guys, it's based on me and what you know about me. This is kind of showing I'm a huge fan of old school retro games. So Kain was the Raviel and Kain. Now, who wants to guess what the 2-pack for the Raviel and the Kain is going to be called? That's going to be available in the Ronin collection. Anyone want to take a wild guess? Because there was only one game out of that whole set. There were 5 or 6 games in total, but only one of them where you got to play as both Raviel and Kain. Anyone want to take a stab at which game that was? And if you can guess the name of the 2-pack that I'm considering, And yes, this is also the name. It wasn't Soul Reaver, Mike. It wasn't Soul Reaver. It was a slightly different. Uh, they were both in Soul Reaver, but this was the one game out of the entire series where you could play as both characters. Both characters were in practically every game, but only one of the games out of the entire series were you actually able to play as either Raviel or Kane, depending on the level that you were on. So while everybody contemplates that, and we're going to have the comments opened up here to kind of show what exactly we're doing with it, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you guys the brand new concept sabers. So we've got two sabers I was experimenting with concepts for. So the first one, as you guys have probably guessed, I do a lot of stuff based on fans and based on what you guys actually say. Someone in our group who was referred to me by a friend of mine, he has a disease where he requires a cane. So after a lot of work, okay, this is the first concept. This is one of the things that we're going to be looking to add. What we're going to do is we're going to put a nice grip on this for him. And he's actually going to use this as a way of balancing himself out while he's walking. This has actually got a very nice feel. It's slick because the parts are all smooth, so we're going to take this and put a nice leather grip on it. And this is going to be our first concept saber. We're going to be adding this option in the future to the site where you guys can get an actual cane style handle to go over the top of it. This is actually already spoken for, but this is something that we're going to be adding once the new year gets rolling and once we get some stuff going. This is one that we're going to be adding in the new year. So I wanted to give you guys a little treat of what we're going to be doing. It's actually, the resonance chamber in this is really loud. I think he's really going to love this. This is definitely, and for what we're doing, actually, there's a trick with airport security with this. And people people have said this to me before, because of the Americans with Disabilities Act, they can't ask what this is for. If you are physically using this as a cane and walking, I believe the law is that they are not allowed to ask what it's for. They can ask you to demonstrate the electronics in it to make sure it's safe, and they can pass it through whatever they got to pass it through for security reasons, but they are not allowed to ask you why you're using it or if you have a reason to use it. So that is always kind of cool. Thank you, Carl Zombrecker, my martial arts instructor, for teaching me that, because you can literally, even if you aren't injured or anything, walk through airport security with a cane and they can't talk to you about why you have it. Because some cases, why you have it may not be visible to the naked eye. Now, we have another concept saber that will be available, oh gosh, beginning of, well, once we get the once we get the parts in, which they will be coming in on our next order. Okay, so this is our newest parts saber, as you guys can see. This is something that we are doing with the crossguard handles. This is just the concept for it. Okay, who wants to take a wild guess what this is supposed to be? Okay, so when we actually do get the cross guard, it's going to have this as a back part. When we actually get the parts we're going to use that aren't concept parts, all of these pieces are going to be black. They are not black. You're going to have your grip. We're doing slightly shorter emitter, slightly shorter piece here. Same emitter, but this is going to be made out of all the VHC compatible parts so that you guys can customize them as you see fit. This is just the concept for it. What this? This is supposed to be the answer to the tonfa. So you basically will hold it like this and swing it around to strike, and to block, it goes up the back part of your arm, and you block with your arm. Okay. Also has this lovely little end here in case you have to get in close. Okay. This, my young friends, will be we're still working on pricing, but this is one of our newest additions. Once we get the actual parts in, we're going to do the photograph for it. Like I said, this is one of those concepts where we're not using these parts, but this was concept where we got the idea of it from. So what this is a martial, as a lot of people will tell you, I studied martial arts when I was younger. Tonfas were an actual thing that I was working with um, during class times. And when I figured this out, I almost crapped myself. Hi, Mark. I know, right? You like the new piece, huh? So that's one of the things we're going to be making up with parts. We're going to have just some lovely little tonfa sabers here. Yeah, and people are asking if we're using anything special. We're not really using anything special. We're using the standard VHC crossguard. Why are we using this instead of actually getting crossguards? Well, Mark, who is the owner of New Zealand Lightsaber Shop, can tell you as much as I can that we've decided to stop carrying crossguards in both of our shops because of how they're going to be laying the side blades and how much of a detriment the main blade is to the way that they're lighting them now. They are using mirrors instead of LEDs, which reduces the light on the blades. So rather than just chucking out all of my cross guards because, uh, and completely writing off the cross guards because we can't use those for cross guards, I decided to try something new. I decided to take my little self and build something completely different and awesome. So we're going to be doing, once we get the parts in, I'll be doing some demos on how you use this as far as how it stands up. As I said before, this is literally just the crossguard demos, the stylized little thing to show you guys what it does and how nice it looks. It'll look better once we get all the parts in. But this is our new Tonfa Saber. Uh, as of right now, when we get the parts in, hopefully within the next month or so, we will be the only shop that does this, which is awesome. This is possibly one of my favorite pieces that we've been kind of fiddling with. Mark, yes, we know you could make this look good with some powder. Mark, being in the warmer area of the planet, can make powder coat whenever he wants to. Me being in the Hoth, where it's cold 90% of the year, I get the lovely joy of having to do with powder coating 5 days of the year. So what we're going to be doing with this is we've got the grip is going to be all black. These pieces are all going to be black. We've got a slightly shorter emitter grip piece here. We're going to be using these same emitters though. And the reason we're using those same emitters is because it fits with the theme. And we also like that little shine through. Now I'm going to show you guys the blade length because the blade length is slightly deceptive. And where is my... there's one of them. So we're going to show you guys the blade length here that I used for my concept blade. It is slightly deceptive as far as normal people would say, well, the blade's only, 2 inches into the emitter. Well, that's not true in this case because the blade actually goes all the way down. So what you get for a blade will be about 24 or 25 inches in length. And then you slide it right down into the full length of this grip piece here, tighten up your screws. There you go. That's the emitter piece. So we're going to be making those. We're going to be doing the actual cane sabers and cool stuff. Mark is sending me photos, not realizing that it's... Yeah, Mark, I know they make good staffs. I wonder why I'm using them as the assassin staff bat options for my sabers. So the cane will be up there on the shop tonight after I get done here. As far as Saber Monday goes, the ruler's blade for the next hour, and we might actually extend it into tomorrow, is going off at 175 a piece or 315 for Xenopixel. We have 5 ruler blades in stock, which are wonderfully awesome dark saber variants. When you purchase, each one's going to come with one of these lovely gold little screws here, which will hold everything in place very nicely and very snugly. This is one of the only dark saber variants that we have in shop. We have 5 left. 175 a piece gets you everything for it. It is a very, very nice, and these are dual worthy. You can duel with them, so that is pretty cool for a dark saber variant. I personally go out and bash them around quite a bit. So that being said, we are going to be heading on out of here tonight at a little bit of an earlier pace than I normally like to. It is 11:15 p.m. where I am. Work tomorrow morning at 8. So you guys can kind of figure out exactly how much sleep I'm going to get tonight. Most likely not much. So if you guys are watching us on Facebook, make sure to like the page. Make sure to go on and toss up a name for the new Tonfa. I'll be putting the post up with figure out a name for the new Tonfa. We're going to be using your guys' name. The person who comes up with the best name for the new Tonfa, you're going to get a 10% discount code permanent for the shop. So any saber you buy, including the new Tonfa saber, is no, Mark, just no. Including the new Tonfa is going to get a 10% discount code. So remember, I am a huge fan of nostalgia. And by the way, just so you know, TMNT in England, Michelangelo used Tonfas. So just tossing that out there for y'all. And Mark, you don't get a 10% discount code. You pay 10% more because you can buy this stuff yourself. Because you own a shop. You don't get a 10% discount code at mine. If we use your names are joking names anyway at this point. So you're gonna yeah. If we use your name, Mark, we're gonna do things pizza coupon. Yes. Okay, Mark, if you win, I will make you a pizza. You have to come to Lake Placid to get it. Mike, you gotta get a okay, come on, Mike. Come on. Come on. I would love to name one after you, but dude, come on. We got to pick a better one than just the Tonfa. And Mark, if you want a pizza, I will make you one, but you got to come to Lake Placid for it, buddy, because I'm not flying to New Zealand to make you a pizza. I'm sorry. It's just not something I can do. I mean, technically, it would be time traveling because it's already tomorrow where you are, but still. I definitely will not be flying to New Zealand to make Mike a pizza or to make Mark a pizza. Um, anyway, I'm gonna head over to my Wix site right now and take down the what you call it there, the Cyber Monday say show, and we're gonna toss up the Saber Monday part show. So because we didn't get Saber Monday stuff done last night, the Ruler's Blade is going to be 175 for tomorrow too. Uh, I just want to give you guys kind of a little bit more to work on. And if you're asking what these are hand sanitizers that we take to the conventions. We have all of our conventions prepped and everything over here on the shelves behind me and to my left. Um, the reason that we bring our own hand sanitizer is because we end up using it a lot. We end up probably going through a container or two a day at the conventions. Not just because of COVID, but because if you're dealing with like the shinier parts of sabers, the oils on your skin can affect the coat. So we have that. We have nitrile gloves. We have all sorts of stuff that we take to Comic Cons with us. And then when we do things like building sabers at conventions with people, everybody wears. All of us wear gloves, and also because each person has a different setup and everything like that, we always like to wipe down our hands and kind of clean the station a little bit before we do anything else. If any of you are going to be in the Geneva, New York area on March 25th, I want to say 25th and 26th, but let me check my calendar. March, I think it's like the last weekend of March. Yeah, March 25th, 26th, and 27th. We will be in Geneva, New York, doing the Finger Lakes Comic Con at one of the hotels there. We are super stoked to be having that as our first convention of the year, bringing Sabers to a new area. We are inviting Reaver's Arsenal to come hang out with us for the day and see what the convention's all about. It is totally going to be an amazing thing. And Reavers is based out of Rochester, New York, which is a stone throw from where they are. They're a lot more than a stone throw from us. It's about 6 hours away, but hopefully we'll get to hang out with them at some point. Maybe go out to Longhorn Steakhouse or Texas Roadhouse or something. I don't know. But Reavers Arsenal, if you guys are going to be in Geneva, New York on March 25th, 26th, 27th, we're going to be there doing Saber stuff. And now we get to the part of this whole thing that I like and that I'm really excited to start doing, and that's going to be some Star Wars about the new series coming out and about some of the cool stuff coming out. So the end of this month, and I can't believe we're actually to the end of the month, the year of 2021. It has been an insane year. Mark knows, and a few other people know, we were only able to get to 2 conventions this year because of all the COVID restrictions. Thankfully, next year COVID restrictions seem to have been really eased up. We're looking at 5 conventions next year. We are looking at Finger Lakes Comic Con technically Comic Book Expo, Finger Lakes Fantasy Expo, the Vermont Sci-Fi Fantasy Expo. Anyone, if you're from the Vermont Sci-Fi Fantasy Expo, how you guys doing? It was great seeing you guys in October. We'll be back again in April. Believe me, we are stoked to be coming back. We cannot wait. April is going to be an insane month for that. We are so stoked to be there. May, we're possibly taking off. There might be one coming up in May that we do, but we're not 100% sure if we really want to do one or not. In June, we are looking at NocoCon, NOCOCON, in the Watertown, New York area. Supposedly, it's supposed to be a pretty good convention. We're getting a lot of buzz about that. We're going to be doing Rail Fest in St. Albans, New York, which is the Rail Fest Fan Expo. We are getting some serious buzz about that one. We cannot wait to show up for you guys for that. Clayton, New York, and this was the first convention we did as an LGT vendor in Clayton, New York. We're going to be there for AnchorCon 2022. You guys, absolutely, you killed it last year. We absolutely had the best freaking time at AnchorCon. One of the co-pilots is here rolling around on her back, like stretching her legs out and stuff, trying to get attention from me. So, I was playing with a little fish bell thingy. So we're doing AnchorCon 2022, August 21st and 22nd. I cannot wait, or August 19th and 21st. I personally cannot wait. I had a ball there. You guys kept us busy all 2 days, and hands down, one of the most fun conventions I've had that I've vended at. And then hopefully, we are hoping this is coming back. Upstate Comic Con in Messina, New York. I love Messina conventions. They are a blast. I have never been to one where I haven't had a lot of fun or where I haven't made a ton of friends and a bunch of new Saber people with their first Sabers coming from us. So Messina, New York has been a big one for us, and I absolutely cannot wait to go back. I think I remember my second convention there, or my first convention there, watching a dude in a blow-up dinosaur costume chase a guy in a giant foam Pikachu costume around the convention. Like, around the convention. This was a very well-organized, spread-out thing, and we watched a dude in a giant Pikachu costume get chased by a guy in a blow-up Tyrannosaurus costume. Now, if you've never seen that, it is absolutely hilarious. I think we piped Benny Hill music over the loudspeaker, and I think we all laughed our butts off at it. So I cannot wait to go back to Messina Comic Con, and then hopefully we're going to be doing either Salt City or Flower City Comic Con coming up in the future as well. It depends. It really depends on what dates everything lines up, because right now we've got dates for everything except May. No, dude, it was not me. Honestly, as surprising as this is, it was not me being chased by the giant dinosaur. I probably would have had a ball doing it, but it was not me. I wasn't small enough to fit into the big foam Pikachu costume. I probably could now, because since August, I've dropped about 60 pounds. Thank you. Thank you. Love that. Love that very much. I dropped about 60 pounds of the big old belly right here. But since August, I've done that. So I can't wait for all the conventions coming up next year. Guys, we have had such a great year. And it would not have been possible to have such a great year without you all really being there for us and showing us all the love you do. Uh, we've had a couple of people who um, bought some really amazing sabers from us for the Cyber Monday with the Cyber Monday deal. Absolutely thrilled. You guys should all have your sabers by now. I think the last person confirmed delivery with me this morning. Absolutely amazing. And I cannot express how much you guys mean as far as how thankful I am that you guys gave us the opportunity to be your saber vendor. Um, we have got some really cool stuff coming. Don't forget, the giveaway for the Hamura coming up in 4 days on Friday. This bad boy right here gets given away to one of you lucky contestants. Now, remember, guys, we're still doing the $10. For every $10 you spend on the shop, you get an extra entry. Right now, we've got like 4 people who have a ton of extra entries because they went on the shop and they spent $10 or whatever. Anybody who spent on Cyber Monday deals gets double the entries. So, and I'm considering extending that back and retroing it to Black Friday. So right now we've got one. Well, even without that, we've got one guy who's got 37 extra entries because of Black Friday. We've got one person who's got 100, who's got 18 due to Monday Cyber, or 36 on Monday, and one person who's got 34 extra entries thanks to Cyber Monday. So we're really looking at some really amazing sabers that have come, an amazing contest for our pick for the Hamura. So I mean, you guys, this is a pretty sweet deal. So we've got 2 pieces. Parts of this have been special powder coated and slightly weathered with dragon's blood powder coating. It's a 2-hand saber, so you can comfortably grip it down here, holding it with 2 hands, baseball swing it, do whatever. But you guys, we have got some really amazing stuff coming, and I just want to take the moment to thank every single one of you, because we wouldn't be here without you all supporting us. Especially you guys at the conventions. You have no idea how much the convention attendees mean to us. The fact that you guys swarm our tables when we show up at conventions is fantastic. Now, the co-pilots can't come because most conventions don't like little kiddies running around, because little kiddies cause problems. But Lady Tano and I always love coming to the conventions. And if anybody's asking who Lady Tano is, it's the young lady that I take to each convention with me. She dresses as Ahsoka. Absolutely love how how loving and amazing you guys have been with us. We absolutely cannot wait for convention season next year. We are doing so much for the convention season next year. It's insane. And I can't wait to go. I cannot wait. My cosplays are, I'm going to actually be in costume as frequently as possible with them, because I'm getting last August I had a bit of a health scare, and a few of you who are friends of mine know what's going on with my health. Most of you who aren't, it's not something life threatening. It changed my life, really. So, because of that, a lot of the things that I wear now have opened up entirely to what I can do. A lot of my costumes had to be altered or completely changed because I lost a ton of weight. I'm almost no longer over 300 pounds, which I have no problem saying how much I weigh now, because it has been a real trip. it's been real fun. But I want to just say again, thank you guys. Anyone who sees us at a convention, even if you aren't buying from us, come up, say hello, you know, jump on to the, come. And if you go to the website and you sign up for our website's email list to get alerted when we do sales and stuff, we give you free entries into the drawings that we do, because every convention we do a raffle. It's a lot like what we're doing on the 10th. On the 10th, you guys are getting free, can enter and get free entries to get this bad boy. And that's just on the 10th. After that, we're doing Saber Mondays every first Monday of the month. We're doing the Saber Mondays every Monday of December, but every first Monday of the month going forward is a Saber Monday. When's Ahsoka coming on my live? It's gonna depend. We might have to do that over a weekend during the day, because she works three very late shift. She's probably not even done with work yet. And if she is, I have my watch on, so I get my alert when she gets on the car home to call me. Speaking of late, it is almost 11:40. So I'm gonna get going because, guys, I'm getting tired. I have to be up for 8 a.m. or for technically 7 a.m. because I have a 25-minute drive in. So I'm gonna get going, and thank you guys again for supporting us and being with us tonight. I know it's late. Normally, I try to do these things at 8 p.m. Eastern. I completely forgot, to be honest with you. I completely forgot until I saw a bunch of likes on the live stream reminder. So I'm sorry we didn't get to the live streaming until so late at night. So to be very honest, I am very I'm looking very forward to Friday, because I know we've got close to like 100 contestant entries right now for that. It may not look it, because you guys are only seeing the comments, the shares, and the reactions to it. But with the extra entry add-ins, where we have like mid 34, 36, and 38, we've got well over 100 entries for this upcoming Saber, and everybody is going to have a big shot at winning it. And we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming. We've got the Saber, we've got $50 off, $25 off coupons, and then we've got the swag bag. Now, a lot of people might be asking yourselves, hey, what's the swag bag? Well, the swag bag is hats and a couple shirts, a shirt, a hat, and some, stuff for us that has our logo on it. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. And we're going to definitely be sending those out to people. And I'm probably going to be sending out a hat or a shirt to somebody very special who I promised one to a while back, but haven't actually had the time to make the hat or the shirt, because we have been so freaking busy. But now we have plenty of time. So we're going to be doing some shirts as well. We're going to be getting shirts made, varying colors, types. It's going to be all of our logo, all logoed material. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, guys, it is almost midnight here. I'm going to get to sleep. So anyway, may the force be with you guys. Have a good night. Make sure to check out our Saber Monday deal that's being extended into tomorrow. Yeah, go to bed, Jim. Yes, Mark. Yes, Mom. I will be going to bed in a very few seconds. God, you're worse than my girlfriend. Anyway, guys, have a good night. May the force be with you guys. Have a good night. Don't forget to check out the site, Saber Monday's deal. The Ruler's Blade, and there goes my headphones. It's $175 on the website with free shipping. Got to make sure we mention that free shipping. The can will be up there. $10 Any $10 you spend on the website, even if it's to buy a hat, you still get an extra entry. So definitely head over to the website and grab your extra entries into the contest. We have until Friday. And I'm going to make this very specific, Friday at 8 p.m. If I get an order from you at 7 p.m. and the contest is at 8, you're still getting your extra entries. So have a good night, guys. May the force be with you. And I will be setting up everything for the contest and getting that all put together and everything beforehand. So have a great night, guys. I will see you all in the AM.